There we go. Albert Einstein. There we go. I don't really know what to expect, but it's called From Ashes, and let's do this. So, play. Right, this is very cool. So I'm sitting at the same desk, but now I've been taken into a room with some very realistic looking paintings or photos. Oh, door's knocking. Yeah, come in, come in. Yo, I did not expect that. What are you saying? Oh, you're freaking me out.
I'd like to tell you a story. I hope you'll hear, I hope you'll see the beauty behind the origin of you and me.
I just touched his hand.
My name is TV Head, and it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm sorry, I forgot we can't shake hands. Anyway, welcome to my world, where we're not bound by space and time.
I don't trust him.
Why don't you join me, as we travel back 14 billion years?
You should shake hands with your right hand. Left, never trust a man that shakes with his left. Right, okay, this is pitch black, and now shit's floating. This is really, really cool. No, I'm just going to grab that book. I just want to grab stuff. I just want to start grabbing stuff. That pen, I could grab it. This is fantastic. You should see the size of my smile on my face right now. I've got some tunes kicking in. I'm going to turn them up a little bit.
We cannot yet see beyond the start of our universe. It remains behind mystery's veil.
I don't trust him. It's Slender Man.
Did it come from the multiverse?
Whoa.
A sea of endless realities popping into existence in every moment.
This is fucking
Or is it a cycling universe
awesome
that expands into existence, contracts out of existence, expands into existence,
They're coming everywhere.
and contracts out of existence? Or perhaps we are bits of information stored on a godly computer.
The Matrix. This is so awesome.
All we know is that it started with a Big Bang. The whole universe was crammed into a small space. It was far too hot for atoms to form. This is an elementless world, a cosmic soup of simplicity. But space, the distance between you and me, was growing rapidly, expanding, inflating like a balloon.
Whoa.
Particles now had room to breathe, and now atoms could form. Mostly just hydrogen, the simplest and lightest element. Giant clouds of hydrogen are pulled together by the forces of gravity.
This is amazing.
These
Can I pause
galaxies.
it? Can I pause it?
Inside these
Right, okay, I can pause it mid-flow and still see around. This is absolutely fantastic. If you get a chance to have a go on an Oculus Rift, please, you need to load this up. Even though I've only just started it, like, it's fantastic. Like, the 3D depth perception is something else, and you can look around all the individual items that are there. Oh my god, this is amazing. Absolutely blown my mind. Absolutely blown my mind to pieces. This is fantastic. Right, sorry about that. I just had to take a moment. Let's carry on.
galaxies, hundreds of billions of smaller, denser pockets of hydrogen form. These are the first generation of stars. Inside these stars, hydrogen is compressed under its own weight, forming heavier, more complex elements, and lighting up the sky.
Oh man, no, no. This is so sick.
Over there,
Ah,
let's take a closer look. This star has been using hydrogen to fuel itself for millions of years. Over that time, the star has filled itself up with heavier elements, such as oxygen, carbon, or iron. If the star is big enough, these elements cause it to explode, sending this new material out into the cosmos.
this is fantastic.
This new material can create all sorts of new worlds.
Oh, whoa. No, no. This is so good. Wow.
The dust from all of these exploding stars gathers, and like a phoenix rising from its ashes, a new star is born. This giant cloud is your solar system. Over time, gravity pulls it together, forming smaller worlds.
Whoa.
There is only enough stardust in the center to create a star. The rest of the dust forms the planet.
This is fantastic. Where's he gone? This runs so well. Smooth head tracking. It's superb. Look, the scale of this. It's beautiful. It's right there. I can grab it. That's like a basketball. Neptune. Amazing job. They've done a fantastic job. Oh, Uranus. Or Uranus. Not Uranus. Unless you want. Stuff's everywhere, man. I don't want to miss anything. Saturn. Oh, look. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Pause. This is so good, man. Absolutely brilliant. Right, continue. What's that? Like a lake? Like a sulfuric acid lake or something? Jupiter. Oh yeah, that should have a big spot on it somewhere. Yeah, that one up there, look. Mars. Surface of Mars, look. Barren. Venus. I didn't notice at what point everything was rearranged back on the desk. I kind of missed it. I was too engrossed. Oh look, molten Earth. I watched a documentary on this, and I'm going to pause it. Yeah, man, there was because of the temperatures, all of the metals of the world sank to the center, forming the magnetic core, and as the Earth started to cool down, crust started to form, which is all the stuff we can experience, see over there, and yeah, that's how the Earth was formed. Oh, it's very, very cool. I'll see if I can find it and I'll link it. This is really, really good. And initially there was no water on Earth as well. It was just literally a rock, and it was formed. Whoa. Like that, basically, yeah. Spewed that molten rock out, and it formed crust and expanded. Not that I claim to be like a know-it-all, because I certainly do not.
Welcome home. This is it. This is your planet, Earth. 4.5 billion years ago, no birds, no fish, no trees, no flowers, not even oceans of water. Just a landscape of molten rock. But no matter. In time the surface will cool down. Each type of atom has different properties and can bond with other atoms. This can create all sorts of effects. For example, 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen creates a molecule of water.
Mickey Mouse head. Whoa.
Comets. Mountains of ice falling from the heavens.
This is fantastic. Oh my days. See if I can pause it and there. I like the fact that you can just pause it and look around everything still. It's not, you're not just stuck. Continue. Whoa. Oh no, we're filling up. This is a really strange feeling. I'm sitting in water. I'm gonna have to show this to my missus, man. She's gonna love it.
We know of that has liquid water covering its surface. It is also the only planet we know of that has life. This is not a coincidence. Water is life's womb. It creates a safe environment for complexity to flourish. In this water, trillions of atoms dance. They mingle, they form molecules, different shapes with different effects. One of these molecules would bring about the dawn of life.
Oh.
A tiny machine that could copy itself, like a computer program. Copy, paste, copy, paste. But this machine was by no means perfect. Sometimes an extra bit would be added. This error can lead to two outcomes. Either it breaks the machine, or it improves it. This happens over many generations of the molecule, each time building upon it. The foundation of all life on
double
Earth.
helix.
This
DNA.
complex molecule stores and processes information. DNA is life's programming language. DNA formed single-celled organisms. One of these tiny creatures would learn to use light as a source of energy. These would later become the plants that we know of today. These plants give off a byproduct, an unstable molecule of oxygen. DNA would take advantage of this new fuel.
Wow.
It would create bigger machines. Machines that could move. Machines that could think. The animals were born.
Ooh, what are we gonna see? Ah, fish! Whoa! Ah! This is fantastic. Ooh! Oh, look at it! Ah! Ooh! Ah! Ooh. We can do it! I've literally just lifted my feet off the floor in the hope he doesn't grab my leg. Ugh. Ugh. Has he gone? Has he gone?
Nature can be cruel, but death is necessary for change.
Ooh.
This fish had brothers and sisters who were faster, stronger, and smarter. They would not be eaten. With their mutated fins, they would climb ashore and thrive in a new world. They had been changed by their environment, and they would continue to change with time and with death.
Where's he gone? Ooh, ah. This is... Has he noticed me? Have you seen me? Is that Triceratops, isn't it? Oh. Oh. Are they gonna scrap? Oh, he's clocked me. You alright there? Ooh. Wow. Oh.
Billions of different species have roamed this earth. All of them unique.
Oh shit.
All of them awe-inspiring. Most of them are dead. We are the leftovers. We are the survivors. The environment had changed, killing off all of the larger animals. Now your ancestors could emerge from their holes.
Hello? Hey!
Nothing short of rats had survived what giants could not. Now the land belonged to the mammals.
Hello? Ooh. Ah, oh wow. Ooh, he's hench. The scale of everything is just as it is.
The mammals branched out, taking different forms with different abilities to help them survive. One of these branches belongs to the primates,
Ooh, yo!
a creature that lives in the trees. It has hands for climbing and swinging. It has a large mind and strong social skills.
This is awesome. Ooh.
Some of these primates would find themselves in an environment without trees. Their backs straightened so that they could see far.
Ooh.
Now they had to rely on their mind more than ever to survive.
Hey. Hey, hey.
After almost 14 billion years of evolution, humankind finally arrived.
Ooh. Ah.
You weren't fast or strong. You had no horns, claws, or fangs, but you had hands and a powerful mind. So you would build your own weapons with a primitive form of science. And how would you pass on what you had learned to your children and all generations to come? You would write it on the walls with art.
This is so cool. This looks fantastic.
Now that you are conscious and could ask questions, you looked up at the stars and asked, What are they? The universe asked, what am I? We are literally made from the ashes of stars. We are the dirt, the water, the air, awakened. We are a way for the universe to know itself. It would take you hundreds of thousands of years. But once you discover the scientific method, you would transcend biology and enter a new stage of evolution.
That red looks a little bit pixely. I think that's one of the common things with... Oh, hang on, pause. Yo, this... I feel like I'm in the centre of like cylinders of equations. I have no idea what any of it means. And I'm sure they're all factual as well. Yeah, I just wanted to talk a little bit about that red. The reds within the Oculus Rift, they literally, I don't know why, but I think maybe when they're against a black background, but they look particularly pixelated in comparison with the rest of the, not deep reds like that, but bright, vivid reds. They tend to be quite pixelated, but that's, you know, me just being honest. I'm not moaning about it. I'm blown away, and I'm so thankful for this experience with the Rift anyway. So let's carry on anyway. I'm sorry to interrupt. Let's go.
Into the programming of the universe, uncovering one line of code at a time, each a single sentence in this story. This knowledge gave us powers that we would have once called magic. No longer were we shaped by the environment was shaped by us. The virtual world, the world of the mind, took its first form in paintings. A single image, a single thought, plucked from the mind of the artist. You moved on, storing information with symbols carved into stone. Now even from the grave you could speak. Your ideas were immortalized in ink and paper. The first windows into a virtual world were opened with film. You could look through the glass and see another place, another time, another world. You connected pulleys and levers to manipulate the world on the other side. You connected all these machines, creating an information network, the internet. Now wherever you were in the world, together we could play, work, communicate. We could spread ideas like never before, but still, we were looking through a window. But now, in the second decade of the 21st century, the first doors are under construction. Now we can actually enter the paintings.
Wow, that was so cool.
Would you like a drink?
Yeah,
Really?
please.
I mean, look at it. It doesn't even have a body. How is it gonna drink anything?
That's a bit strange. What about you? Do you want some tea?
Come on. He's a robot. What is he gonna do with tea? He doesn't even have a mouth.
Well, I'm sorry. I was just trying to be polite.
Now we swim in the vision of the artist. But this is just the beginning of something great. The virtual and the physical will one day collide and become indistinguishable from each other. You may think that this is an impossible dream, but let me remind you of a dream that was once equally impossible.
This is my favourite demo for Oculus Rift, I think. Look at this, man. If you've got a Rift, man, and you've not heard about this, you need to check it out.
Say the moon? Why choose this as our goal? And they may well ask, Why climb the highest mountain? Why 35 years ago fly the Atlantic? Why does Rice play Texas? We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things. Not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
The Earth held its breath, waiting and watching, as our vanguards left their footprints on a heavenly body, a feat we once thought only possible by gods. Earth is orbiting the Sun, and the Sun is just a single star in a cloud of 300 billion stars, the Milky Way. And the Milky Way is just a single galaxy in a sea of space filled with 100 billion galaxies.
That's
The
awesome.
observable universe. And that might just be a finite fragment of an infinite universe. So the question is, how many others? How many intergalactic brothers and sisters do we have?
Wow.
How vast is our ancient cosmic family tree, with its branches stretching all the way back to the first atoms? Where else has the universe opened its eyes and asked, what am I? Where did I come from?
Well, what can I say? That has absolutely blown my mind, like from start to finish really. Initially just the scale of the table, you know, I thought that was fascinating, and then it exponentially just continued blowing my mind systematically, straight, continuing to surpass itself. Like, although this was a demonstration of like virtual reality and an educational one at that, I really do feel that this is not only the best Oculus Rift demonstration that's currently out and available, but it's one of the smoothest. I'm going to show this to my mum, my nan. You know, I know they're not going to experience any ill effect. This will be the showcase demo. Massive congratulations to the author, all of these guys on here. Look, you know, credits to, was it Stephen Gray? Look, Stephen Gray's the man. He's absolutely smashed it. Fair play. If you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you smash that like, comment, subscribe. You know, what can I do to improve? I know I was a bit chatty, but I was just really blown away by it, to be honest, and I really enjoyed it. So if you enjoyed it as well, let me know in the comments. Alright, cheers guys, that's Immersive Gamer 83 out. Thank you very much. Bye bye.